Well, welcome back to another clip, living in the Philippines. This one here, I'm just going to go over general stuff, to move from Canada or from somewhere else possibly to the Philippines and what I've done and all the steps in which I've done to get everything, driver's license, house, medical insurance. So if you like it, stick around, like and subscribe, and stick around. So, within moving from Canada, first of all, you had to sell your house. So, in regards to that, my house got sold in just over a week. I moved out of Canada at the right time when the mortgage rates were kind of level and before the election, a year before the election. So, anyway, that's what happened with that. So, in doing that, and then 60 days later, 2 months, then you got to move out. So in that meanwhile, that's when I got All In Cargo. They're everywhere in Canada now. They're getting very, very large. So yeah, I got them. I got boxes. I packed like stuff that I would want for memories and stuff that I've got throughout the years traveling everywhere. And stuff that I didn't. Took me forever on Facebook Marketplace. You know how it is. Is it still available? Still available? Oh, can you? It was driving me crazy. But there's certain stuff that I couldn't have here because of the voltage is 220, and certain things I had were 110. So I had to rebuy them here as tools and everything else. For my house system, there's no way I could have got close to what I spent on it in Canada. So what I had to do here is get a transformer to transfer it into 110. So I have that, and yeah, it works out great. But other stuff like power tools and everything, I just rebought them here. So stuff that you want it, pack it up, ship it out, All In Cargo. I had 6 pallets, the size of a pallet, probably 6 feet, 7 feet tall. Some of them were a little bit taller, but that's fine. The shipping container is like 10 feet high. So the 6 pallets were just over $3,000, All In Cargo out of Toronto. And I packed everything. They came. They shipped it all the way to the Philippines. I got it like 4.5 months later. They came, unpacked or unboxed everything, brought it into the house. So for $3,000, there's no way I could have moved from Cambridge to Kingston, Ontario. So that was a really good deal. So the stuff that I have is the stuff I have here. Like the cargo company, as in selling the house. I'm here now, so it's too late now. I didn't tell them that I was moving out of the country. I didn't tell the bank I was moving out of the country. Nothing, because then they would have froze everything for 6 months. For what reason, I don't know, because I only have one bank account, and that was it. So yeah, so I had my money and I just moved. So I didn't tell them, so they don't know. So, but I still have money in the one account. I transfer it to the Philippines through a Swift account, and it ranges from $2.99 to $5.99, depending how much you're going to do. And I think my limit I have set is almost 3,000 Canadian. So each time I can send that. And again, I have a Canadian Visa card, and then I just transfer from my checking savings to pay off the Visa card. So it's really easy. Money that I brought over $10,000. I went to the bank. I have to give them at least 1 week's notice so they can have the $70,000 that I wanted in cash. So I went to the bank, did all that, and they were all worried if you leave the bank, oh, you're responsible for it. Of course I am. So in doing that, you have to go online through, I was flying out of Toronto, what airline you're flying out of, fill out all the forms that you're bringing over 10,000. So when I got to the Toronto International Airport, I went into their immigration and I told them I had over 10,000. So I had to go in and I had to do a PR code and then fill out a small form. It only took 10 minutes and they never looked inside my bag. They never counted, nothing. I just told them I'm carrying more than 10,000. So again, I had a one-way ticket. So that was going to Dallas to China. No, sorry, Japan. I don't fly into China no more, thank God. So yeah, I was in Japan and all the documents that I had were all fine. We were starting to board and all of a sudden I got my name called. So I got up to the thing and they're saying, oh, you only have a one-way ticket. And I go, yeah. And I said, I'm married to a Filipino. I have bought property in the Philippines. And I decided to do a really small form. It took maybe 5 minutes. And it's a declaration that it's a one-way ticket. No fee, no cost, no nothing, no hassle. I filled it out. When I came here, I landed in Manila. I showed them, again, all the documents. They stamped it. And then again, I had 30-day visa, which is automatic. But again, I'm married to a Filipino. And what I understood that I'm able to stay here for 1 year. But I think I still needed a visa, of course, because I had to do my driver's license and all that sort of stuff. So anyway, I'll get into the next little one. I'm gonna take a small break, but of only 2 seconds until the next information. So there's a lot more information that I have to give you until the end of the video. So I like, subscribe, ask me questions. There's probably some things I've missed, but again, if you go back into my videos and you start from day one, there's probably stuff on the videos that is like day to day to week that what I have done. So stick around. All right, for this small little segment, it's about if you can own property in the Philippines. If you're married, I can own it. Everything's under the wife's name, so I bought it. But anyway, that's what it is. The same thing when you go to Cuba. When you go to Cuba, if you're dating somebody or whatever with a Cuban, under their name, you could buy a piece of property. But again, in Cuba, the next time you go down, the whole family's there and they got a new boyfriend there and everything else, then they I've heard many stories. I've been to Cuba many times. That all of a sudden you come down and they don't want you there. They've taken your house, they've taken everything, and you get kicked out and you can't do nothing about it. The police are on the Cuban side. So anyway, here, let's say I wanted to move on and because I'm married, there's no divorce in the Philippines. And if I would have known that, then things would have been different. But I'm married, so to move on and stuff like that, you have to get an annulment, and it costs thousands and thousands. That or you just negotiate something, and you move on, and then I turn around and sell whatever I have, or give her the cash, and you can kind of move on to that. But that's another story. But that's what marriage is here in the Philippines. You can't get divorced. You can lease, and you can rent, no problem. I think maybe under a year ago, you could buy a condominium because you don't own the building and you don't own the property. So that's what I understand about that, but I've never done it. I've never heard of anybody on YouTube doing that, so I don't know. It's kind of like what I hear. If I find something positive, which I know 100%, then I will say this is what you can do. Because if I don't know, then I I don't know, and I'm being truthful. I don't know about it. Regarding the vehicle, I bought a vehicle and I was still having my Canadian driver's license. Yeah, you gotta pretty much transfer, pay cash. He gives you the ownership. You do a bill of sale, a receipt, and he gives you all the documents, and that's fine. After 3 months, I had to have a visa, and then I can go to the LTO. And going to the LTO, you got to do a small visual exam and weight and your eye color and stuff like that. And the cost of that's in a previous video, so you can go through the cost of that. And also you had to have your emissions checked. So I think it was just all a money grab, of course. So with that, I went in and I had my passport, and then you just bring everything. Trust me, when you go and come to the Philippines, when you go and they say you only need your passport, bring everything. Like, you know, sarcastically, even given your grade school in elementary, just bring everything. And again, the license in which I got from the LTO, it's good for 5 years. So again, in 5 years, I have to renew it. I don't think I have to do anything. I won't know, but until I do it, then I'll let everybody else know. But it's good for 5 years, and I still have my hard copy for my Canadian driver's license, which again is good for 4 years. Yeah, when I landed, yeah, I had 30 days, and I had to get 1 month because I couldn't get 2 months. And after a couple of months, then I can get a 2 month. And a couple of months ago, the government, but they're kind of slow. Marcos here, he's going to allow us to have a 1-year visa, and you just do it every year. When that's coming in, I don't know. If I find out, I will let everybody else know. But hopefully that does come about. It'll make it so much easier than going every 2 months, 3 months to get your visa. So when that comes up, I will let you know about about that.